Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Thank you for joining us for another episode of GSC's Girl Pod. It's the trio today. In case this is your first episode, hello, I'm Candy, and I am joined by Britt and V. V, how you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. It's stopped raining in Scotland.
Okay.
I think it might be the first day of the year that it has not rained, so it's very exciting times. Yeah.
Nice.
Is that a rarity where it doesn't rain?
Yeah, I think we get at least 2/3 of the year it will rain. We do then use it in marketing for beer and whiskey to say that, the reason that all of our beer and whiskey is so good is because it's always raining. We've always got that fresh water ready to go. Like,
I mean, it's not bad. No, I would buy it.
Mm.
Be like, yep.
I read it on a beer mat once. I don't know if it's actually properly true.
Listen, if you say it enough times and you say it with enough conviction, people will think it's
Wait,
true. So it's fine.
there's misinformation on the internet. You're not telling me there's misinformation on beer mats. I refuse to believe this.
No, absolutely not. Listen, beer and alcohol and all that, like, it leads to the truth. I don't know what you mean. Yeah.
They can't legally. They probably can't lie because it's so highly regulated. Like,
It's true. No, that's absolutely true. You're right. So that's the secret. The key to the best tasting beverages is all that fresh water. You heard it here.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do have good water. We don't need to go into what Scottish people think about water. We'll be here for about 4 hours, but we do have really good water. Like,
It's been purified by Nessie.
yes, yeah, she is magic. She's got magical powers. That's a sea lock. Everyone loves Nessie. Like, you can't not. You have to. It's the rules. I'm afraid.
And how about you, Britt? How do you feel about those rules? How you feeling today?
We're here.
We're here. We're recording at a normal-ish time too.
Yeah, it's above 50 today, I believe. No, it's 36. It told me it was going to be above 50 today. But it's been warm the last 2 days, and all my snow is gone. Is your snow? Is your snow still there?
Oh, we still have plenty of snow. We still have so much. It is 51 today, which is great because of the time of this recording. I don't have heat or hot water. So it's nice that at least it's warm outside and the warmth of outside is coming in here. So
I
that's
can't believe
good.
you're still without that shit.
I know, day 6.
Yeah, that's
If anyone's
wild.
following the saga on Twitter or Blue Sky, day 6. But it's fine. It's fine. We're vibing. I went to a friend's house for a shower. I've learned that I could absolutely live during the medieval times and live in the Game of Thrones universe and take peasant showers and maybe even find a nice tall hedge knight like Sir Duncan and just, vibe out with him because I can survive it. It's fine. We're good.
I can bathe in a river. Like, I can do that.
A river would
it'll
be
be fine.
preferable to just like heating up water in a pot, okay? Like that would be preferable. It's like, what do? You
And so,
take cups of water, you put it in the microwave, you heat up the water in the microwave, you put it in the pot, you put the next one in because the pot doesn't fit in the microwave, but you have to heat up the water and you're not sure there's enough gas in the stove because you have a gas stove and the gas is turned off and that's why you don't have the heat or hot water.
I feel like this is the time that you should invest in a kettle. Like, I know that kettles are not necessarily like the done thing in American households, but this is
I
the
have a
time
kettle.
for a kettle. Yeah.
I
had a
think we
kettle.
might have one, to be fair.
No,
No,
I
we
got
do
a kettle
have one.
because I purposely got a kettle because when my little was born, we switched to formula,
Mm-hmm.
and it was much easier to heat up a kettle than it was to microwave water.
Mhm.
And my husband is also a tea drinker, so it's
Mhm.
just easier to
Yeah.
have a kettle.
Okay, but how are you heating up the kettle?
Is it an electric kettle?
Push the button and it
Oh,
goes.
you have an electric one. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost. I need you to know that almost everyone in the world who's got a kettle has an electric kettle.
Oh, we don't.
Yeah. I don't use a stovetop one because it takes too long,
It does
whereas
take a long
my
time.
electric one is
Mhm.
just so quick.
See,
Yeah.
we don't have an electric one. We have a kettle, but not an electric kettle.
This is the time to invest in an electric kettle.
$20. I bet you it's like $20, 15,
Probably.
$20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mum bought a stovetop kettle, like, for her flat in London because she liked the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
and her partner, who now lives with her, he drinks tea all the time. He's from Turkey, so it's like tea with everything. And I hated that stovetop kettle because it takes so long to boil.
It does.
Mhm.
It
And
does.
we both kind of just bullied her a little bit into buying a new kettle. Well, the fact that she should get rid of this stovetop kettle because aesthetically, like, who's even seeing it? It's just you looking at it, and it
Mhm.
takes too long.
Yeah.
And then he bought her an electric kettle for Valentine's Day. Like, he's like,
That's
oh,
great.
like, this is so nice. Like, you could. And she's like, I know what an electric kettle is. I just like the stovetop one. We were like, no, we should probably throw that away. Just use it just off the balcony. Get out of the flat. No one wants to see it.
I used to have a cute like stovetop one, but it takes I don't have much prep space in my
Mhm.
kitchen. So I use my stove. Sometimes I have an electric stove. So I sometimes use a cutting board on top of my electric stove as prep
Mhm.
space.
Yeah.
So to have the kettle on top of the stove all the time, it eats space. So
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
does.
fuck it.
Mhm. It absolutely
So,
does.
They take so
mhm.
long. Like,
It does. That's why we've been using the microwave.
you
The
should buy an electric
struggle.
kettle.
The struggle. The
I don't
struggle
know. I
is real.
literally don't know anyone in like my circle of friends that doesn't have an electric kettle in their. It's just something that you have in the house in Britain. Because one, almost everyone in the UK drinks tea. I'm not
Mhm.
a tea drinker, but I have tea in my home because most people that come round
Yes.
will drink tea.
Yes.
So you have to be
You have to
like,
be ready.
oh, can I do you some coffee or some tea? Or and I use mine to make instant coffee, obviously. So I'm like, yeah, like you need to have a kettle. People buy you as gifts when you move into homes. It's like kettle, toaster,
Mhm.
probably other things, microwaves. I don't have a microwave. I don't have room for one, but yeah, everyone's got a kettle. Like,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my mom bought it as a gift when I was like, I'm sick of heating water up on the stove.
That's
Because I
fair.
think we were
Yeah.
like, we was like at a limbo time where we didn't have a microwave because we were like moving or something. I don't remember. And my mom's like, I bought you an electric kettle. And I was like, okay, game changer. Like it
Valid.
was an absolute changer to have an electric. And I mean, it goes so much faster. Plus, it's not loud and obnoxious like a microwave or a stovetop kettle. So,
Fair.
I would say like drop your Amazon wish list and I'll send you a kettle. But don't do that because then people might find out
Yeah.
your address from the fact that they have no security on any of their wish list stuff.
I know.
Like,
That's what Throne is for.
mhm.
If you're a streamer, you know what Throne is. Oh, I guess it doesn't have to just be streamer. If you're a content creator,
I
you
don't know
probably
how
know what Throne is.
I'm verified on Throne, but I don't know how I got verified.
Um,
Like,
the
little check mark.
I feel like the people who got Throne in its infancy, like, got automatically verified.
Mm.
Because I think I might also have it, and I just remember it was like I remember people being like, "Get on it now so you're verified," and I was like, "I don't even use it." And I think I set it up and then didn't touch it for, like, a
Maybe if
year,
people actually start sending you stuff.
maybe. Yeah, because
Maybe,
I
I
have
don't
the
know.
little check mark, and I'm like, "This girl
that's
ain't
like,
How
big
did I do
enough to have a
that? I
check
didn't set
mark."
because, like, you know, on Instagram and stuff, how you're like, I have to send you my whole ID, which,
And then if you're not, big enough, you still have to pay for it,
mhm,
and I ain't doing all that.
mhm.
No,
Well, I'm
thank
not
you.
giving my ID
I'll
to
send you a kettle.
anyone.
Hmm?
No, I just said I'll send you a kettle. Yeah, I'll give you a kettle.
I don't need a kettle, it's okay. I don't even drink tea
Yes,
like
you
that.
do. Yes,
I
you
feel
do.
like you do need a kettle.
I
I feel
don't
like everyone needs a
Everyone
kettle.
needs a
Like,
kettle.
yeah,
hot
how do you
cocoa.
make instant coffee in your house?
I don't make instant coffee. I make a pot of coffee in, like, the actual thing. We sometimes we even get the whole bean and we grind up the beans and make it in, like, the coffee machine.
Is the coffee machine electric?
Yeah, and then you just we do have
Have
one
you
that's not electric, but, it's electric, and then we can even set a timer on it, so that way we don't have to worry about, like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I have to
have
wake
you
up and make it."
have you tried just putting water through the coffee machine with no ground coffee in it to warm up your coffee? I
I
bet it would be
actually have
quicker.
not. I did think about it. I did think about it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, it's just a lot of work right
It
now."
would have a it would have a
Like
of
an
coffee though.
I know.
It'd be like,
That was the other thing. I was like is that the worst thing in the world?
no, wake up your skin.
Yeah. You buy
I mean,
scrubs and
use
stuff
coffee.
with
Yeah,
coffee on them
Mhm.
to wash your
It'll
face.
wake up your skin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
It's like
caffeine.
9 o'clock at night. I can't sleep.
I can't sleep because all I can smell is coffee. And the last couple of coffees we've had, the only thing is like actually I guess wouldn't be the worst because the last couple of coffees we've had have been like flavored coffees. So it wouldn't
Mm.
just be the smell of coffee, it would be the smell of whatever the current flavor is. I don't know if it's butter pecan. We had marshmallow at one point. We might be on butter pecan right now. We've had like the traditional like your hazelnuts, your French vanillas.
Mhm.
We haven't been doing the whole bean as much, so we've been like experimenting with different flavors. And we only do that when it's like cold out, and then when it's warmer out, we'll do the cold brew, and we'll have
Mm.
that like sit in there, and that cold brew is strong.
I feel like I have like 4 or 5 different coffee makers in my house. I have an AeroPress, I have a French press, I have an espresso machine, I have a pot coffee machine, and then I have a cold brew maker.
That's why you
Like,
always have the fancy drinks.
Yeah.
yes.
I thought
Speaking of
could you
fancy drinks,
yeah. Yeah, no, please. We should go into drink section
you
now.
ready?
Just
I'm
just
double
getting
fisting
tangentially
today.
like yeah.
I'm double
Oh,
fisting
and she's
today.
double fisting.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
it's a
triple
Saturday night,
triple
ladies and
fisting if you're
gentlemen.
counting the
Like,
water
oh my
bottle.
god. Censor that. Like
Okay. Okay. So, this thing, it's actually not coffee. The other thing is coffee. This is just a latte of sorts, French vanilla, I guess. But this is, I'm gonna call it a strawberry refresher because I don't know. It's coconut milk, strawberry puree, and fresh strawberries. There's no, so it's a lot. It's got a lot more red 40 than I've seen in, in most strawberry refreshers, but we're gonna look beyond that. I mean, I used to not like coconut milk because I used to be allergic, but now I'm not, and so I'm really enjoying it because I have a lactose intolerance. So
Mhm. Mhm.
best way to just describe your allergic is like I used to not like this because I might die, but I'm not allergic anymore, so it's fine.
So it's fine.
I had, so I used to, I okay, so New Year's Eve after I turned 21, my dad made me a pina colada for New Year's Eve, and all of a sudden I'm like, my mouth itches. Like, I was like, "Oh, my
Depressing.
throat's kind of, closing up too," and, like, I could breathe and everything, and then I was, like, really itchy, and I'm like, "What is this?" Turns out, because I had never had coconut before then, I had
Oof.
coconut. I was allergic to coconut. And it wasn't like a, like, anaphylactic shock, it was more like a, "This just makes me really itchy in my throat, scratchy."
Mhm.
Um, move on, like 9, 10 years, I had my daughter, and someone brought me a coffee or something, and it had coconut milk in it because I was like, please don't bring like, it's got to be almond milk, oat milk, some
Mhm.
sort of alternative milk. And they brought me coconut milk, and I was like, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's coconut milk. And I'm like, "Ugh." And then I'm like, wait, I'm okay.
Mm.
Like, I'm really okay. So now I'm not allergic to it. So cheers.
But
Yay.
what's in the latte?
I think it's just like it's 2 shots of espresso, vanilla, a little bit of caramel, and oat milk. So
Okay.
not
I'm an
crazy.
I'm an oat milk enjoyer. That is what I
Yes,
drink.
I keep oat milk in the house. The coconut milk was because I made um pot stickers with this viral where you put coconut milk and Thai chili
Hmm.
sauce and curry and put the
Okay.
pot stickers in the sauce, cook it in the oven, and I
Oh,
had leftover. So,
that sounds
but
like a weird little like Thai curry, but just full of dumplings.
Mhm.
yeah, pretty much, but apparently it's a viral thing, and I was like, "Okay, you caught me. I'll get it."
I'll if it's got dumplings in it, I'll put anything in my mouth that's
I
got
know.
dumplings in it. Like,
Yeah.
I fucking love
Sauce?
dumplings.
Yeah. If it's got a sauce, I want it.
And if it's good, it's good. Viral,
Yeah.
not viral, whatever.
Yeah. It's got a sauce. I want it.
Fair.
What about y'all?
I have a Riesling. I think I've had it on the
Mm.
podcast before. I'm drinking Relax Riesling, because obviously I need to relax my brain with this ordeal. No, I actually bought it a couple weeks ago, and I finally cracked it open. I think I actually bought it 2 or 3 weeks ago in anticipation of recording an episode, and then it was like, oh wait, we're gonna record at like 8 a.m. I'm not cracking open the Riesling. Um, so I
You would do that.
finally
I would never do that. Like, what do
So
you
I
mean?
finally cracked
A
it
breakfast
open.
wine. A breakfast
Breakfast
wine.
wine. I know, right? So I finally have cracked it open, but it's one I've had before. But it's one of my favorite Rieslings, and it is like not overly expensive. Because
Hmm.
some Rieslings are, listen, this is gonna sound awful. I have a garbage palate, right? I do not need expensive wines. And if you try to show me a Riesling that's like $30, I'm going to tell you, get out with that shit. Where is my $10 bottle that is going to taste way better than whatever it is that you are trying to sell me right now? So yeah,
Wasn't
that's
it back in the day that Trader Joe's had like what was called a $2 chuck, and it was like
think so, yeah.
$2 bottle of wine?
Mm-hmm. If you
$2
I'm
for a
so
bottle of wine.
confused. I'm not gonna
what?
lie, I am so right. So I would agree that like $30, I don't know what the equivalent of that is in
Yeah.
pounds, is like an expensive bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, that's like expensive bottle of wine. That's like you go out to a restaurant fancy, like because a £10 bottle of wine, which I assume would be like maybe $14 or $15, that's an expensive bottle of wine. Where I am, I'm like, if I'm drinking a bottle of wine on a weeknight, I know this is obviously the weekend, but I'm getting like a bottle of wine that costs like £6. And we have minimum pricing in Scotland. You can't sell alcohol in the supermarket for less than a certain amount of money because it has to be 50
Hmm.
pence per unit,
Okay.
or else we'd all apparently drink ourselves to death, as per the Scottish government. They're like, you can't have
Hmm.
this. You've shown yourself you're not allowed to be trusted. Like you just not allowed. Like,
Fair.
but yeah, like if someone was expecting me to buy like a 30 or £25 bottle of wine is just like drinking in the house wine when I don't have people over, no, absolutely not. This is not acceptable behavior. Like,
A
how much
box
money do you
wine.
have? Is too much. A box wine is perfect. Like, if
Yeah.
we're going away for the weekend, we're like going to be
Mm-hmm.
just hanging out at a little hotel and like going out for the day. Give me the full box wine. I want all the boxed wine. Like, what do
I
you mean?
wish I could find like boxed Riesling. I'd be ideal with that. It's just like it's always like bottled, which is fine. Which is totally fine. But no, there are like I have seen people like buy, expensive wine, and they're clearly also like regulars of some of these places, when especially the liquor store that I frequent, because it's literally, I don't know, 500 feet from me or whatever. I mean, it's not that close, but same block. Um, like it's always the same people that go in there, and every once in a while I see them buy these like expensive bottles, and because it's always the same guy that's working there and he's very overly friendly, he'll like ask people, "Oh, like big plans?" And he'll be like, "No, just like, hanging out at home." And I can see their total on the count, on like the pad now, because like everyone's tapping cards, and I'm just like, "You have bought 2 bottles and it's like 100 and something dollars. What do you
No, it's too
mean?"
much.
Mm-mm.
And it's like, "Oh, no,
It's
not
too
doing
much.
anything, just hanging out." Like, "What? Huh?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
That's absurd. You
Think
have
of how
too much
many
money."
games you could buy on Steam for that. Like, what are you doing?
You could buy one Requiem, Resident Evil Requiem, for a bottle of $60 wine. Isn't that how much it is right now?
Yeah,
Work
I think
yeah,
so.
something like that. Mhm.
I
60
like.
bucks.
I'm
60,
not buying
70,
a
yeah.
$60 or presumably it would be like £50. I'm not buying a £50 bottle of wine unless it's a gift or I am in a restaurant.
Yep.
Like, and I like love wine. Like, I drink a
Yeah.
lot of wine. You're not convincing me that it is ever unless you're dying and this is like something you're giving yourself as a treat,
Uh-huh.
like you can
Right.
get good wine for significantly less than that. If you're buying a $50 or $60 bottle of wine for you to drink in the house on a Sunday because you're just having like a chill time, you got too much money, bro. This is too much. Like you could
I
buy cheese and bread and like some
and
meats and
wine.
make a
And
full
wine.
charcuterie board,
Mhm.
some
Yeah.
grapes with
That's
a
what I'm
$10
doing.
bottle of wine. You could have a full fucking meal. What's wrong
Yep.
with you?
Yeah.
Like,
There used to be this wine that when I did drink, there was this I called it my bath wine because
yeah.
I used to only drink it in like the bath because it was like one of those ways that I would like sit and read and drink this bottle of wine. And it
Mhm.
was like this sparkling wine that my sister-in-law had at her wedding. And I could only find it at Costco. And so like that was my thing is my $12 bottle of sparkling wine that lasted a month if the bubbles lasted that long
Yeah.
because I would only drink it when I had my baths. So like,
I see nothing wrong with
like
that.
I see nothing
no.
wrong with this at
But
all.
I didn't drink otherwise. Like but that was my $12 wine.
Listen, some
No,
people have shower
And it was like
beers.
the best.
You had bath
Mhm.
wine.
I love a shower
Mhm.
beer.
See?
I fucking love a shower beer. Like,
It's the contrast. It's the hot water and the cold beer.
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's the contrast.
I understand that more than like the shower orange.
Okay, so let's
Wait,
talk about the
wait,
shower
who's eating a
orange.
shower? What is this? Wait.
So there's like this thing where like people are like your senses are like heightened when you're in the shower. So eat an orange in the shower cuz it's different tasting.
Okay, I
And I
mean,
mean, yes.
maybe, but it's still
Yes, but
just a
only
fucking
probably
orange.
but this is probably why. The orange has a different like temperature than the shower you're probably in. Plus your sinuses are opened because you're in the
Mhm.
shower. And that's probably why. That's
See, it's
Okay,
funny
but it's
because
still
I've
just an
heard
orange.
it is an
Like,
orange. I've heard some people be like, the best part about a shower orange is that you can give in to your most like animalistic feelings and just tear the orange open and not have to worry about like making a mess because you're in the shower anyway. And I'm like, that is your reason? Like that is like what? Like I think we need to reevaluate why you want the orange in the shower if your reason is to be animalistic that way.
do they only eat oranges? Like, have you never had like a really good peach that you might have to like cup your hand and run over to a sink or something like that? Like, he's just like, I can only eat an orange
Listen, I've
if
never
I'm
heard of a
free to
shower
get
peach. Okay. I've only heard of shower orange.
I've heard of
I'm not making
shower
a
pizza.
shower pizza?
Oh, I'm not eating pizza in the shower.
No, because
Yeah, where
the
like
bread gets wet. Well, the bread gets
I
wet.
don't
No
know.
one's wet bread. I'm not a fucking duck.
No.
Like, no. Like,
My partner's eating
No.
pizza in the shower, but I think it's because he was finishing a piece of pizza up and he needed a shower. But
Okay,
what
it
was he
is
doing
one
to this
thing. Hold on.
pizza?
It
Like,
is one thing if you were like, I have 3 bites left of this pizza and I am bringing it with me as I'm because like I definitely am the type where I'm like, I need to turn the shower on, make sure it gets warm because, when you live in an apartment or like a house and sometimes the water like takes a lot of heat
mhm.
up. So I understand if you are carrying your last 3 bites in. I don't understand. I'm having like my full slice of pizza in the shower.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like the whole process like going to like starting it, going into the bathroom, doing your business while eating pizza, getting in the shower. Yeah. In the shower, making a whole ordeal around this pizza. I've seen it. I
I'm,
don't know why.
like, I used to think there was like a lot of things wrong with me, and I'm sure there actually is. But I'm not eating a fucking shower when I'm shitting. I'm not eating a pizza when I'm shitting,
I'm
and
not
I'm definitely not eating a fucking pizza in the shower. What the fuck, bro? Just no. Stop. Just be normal. Be normal. This is not acceptable. Like, this is unacceptable behavior.
You can
Like,
ask
what do you
him.
mean?
He's over there. I don't know why. I would always comment on like when he was like, "Why? Why?" Well, I'm busy.
It's okay. Like, I've never been so busy that I had to take my my
my
dinner
pizza.
into the fucking bathroom. Like,
Not for a shower. Look, you wanna have, like, a mini charcuterie board while you're, like, in the
in the
bathtub?
bath.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
different
can.
because that is, like, the charcuterie board, the wine, and I know they sell those, like, basically those trays that you can take into the
My
bath.
sister has one of those,
Yeah,
so
and
she
you
can
put
read her
everything
book
on
and have a
there.
glass of wine.
Yep, and you unwind. I hear that. I don't hear it with a shower. With the
No,
bath,
that's why a
yes.
shower beer works, because you have a can, and thus there's only a small opening. You're not getting shower water into your beer. And a shower beer is like you're either super like stressed, you're drinking that beer really quickly, or you're super hungover and you're drinking that beer really quickly and you need the shower at the same time to make
I
sure
get
it's
it.
okay. Like, I
Yep.
remember once being down at my mum's, and she is obviously my mother and thus fully aware of all of my weird quirks and foibles, most of the foibles. But my friend Caitlin was down with me, and we had been out a true crime convention the day before. Not for me, Kate. I was there with Caitlin. I don't really get true crime as a concept.
Fair.
But we woke up the next day and Caitlin was super, super hungover. And my mum was like, "Oh, like, do you want me to get you a beer and you can just hop in the shower?" And my friend was like, "What the are you talking? Like, what is it? What?"
It's a thing.
And but yeah, but I was like, "Oh, it's because like I do that." And she was like, "No, super thoughtful and really nice of your mum. But how often do you do this? That this is something your mother would offer guests at the house?" And I was like, "This is not important. This is not important right now.
You don't
What's
need to
important
ask
is
that.
do you need a shower beer? This is the most important thing, and also the fact that my mum is a wonderful host. How dare you?" Like,
Even if you're not going to drink it, say yes, take it, and
Mhm.
then put it back in the fridge later.
Yeah.
yeah, you can just say no. That's completely fine. But you can't be telling her that it's weird of her to ask. She's just trying to be a good host.
She's just being a
Like
good host.
earlier when you were still in bed being hungover, I was in my mum's bed because she slept on this sofa because she is such a good host. And she came into my room and she was like, "Are you a little bit rough?" And I was like, "Yeah, just a little bit rough." And she was like, "I was okay. I knew I went over to the shop and I got you a nice lolly." And I was like, "Yeah." And she let me eat the nice lolly in bed. And this was 2 years ago when I was a 33-year-old woman. Because your mum will never stop being your mum. And that's why
Yep.
you should look after them. You
Mhm.
look after those mums because they'll
Mhm.
do everything for you,
This
including
is true.
give you a nice lolly while you're in bed a little bit rough in your 30s when you're in their fucking bed.
This is this is so valid. This is so valid. I know you're not
I'm
having a
drinking red wine.
I was gonna say, I know you're not having a shower beer right now. What are you drinking now?
I have a Californian Red Zinfandel. I think I've had this before. It's called
I
Chronic
think so.
Cellars. I bought it for the first time many moons ago because I really like the label because I
Mhm.
think it's cool. It's actually just a really, really nice Zinfandel. Um, nice and jammy, sweet. 14.5%, which is what we like to see from a red wine. This is what I am having.
Nice. I
Guys
I
always have the fun labels and stuff, and I'm just
they
like,
do.
here's my homemade drink.
Well, yeah, we have fun store bought labels, and you're like, here's all the things I made at home. Like,
But they're always fancy.
It's because
I
We
know
just
they're
I
pour it
was
so
an
out of a
fancy.
ingredient.
bottle.
It's because I was an ingredient household. Do you know
I'm
what I
also
mean by an
already.
ingredient?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I posted about this on Blue Sky. I'm
Yep.
like, I'm
Where
gonna have
you're
any
like,
snacks because I'm an
mm-hmm.
ingredient household. Yeah.
It's why it's why I think that one of my favorite snacks in the entire world is chocolate chips and pretzels because I would have to.
Put them together.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was not an
Yep.
ingredient household. Not at
Really.
Oh,
all. No, I mean, and I think it makes sense, right? Because I didn't have, uh, I like my parents worked both full time, so like by the time they were home, it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like they're not making things from scratch, right? Everything is like sort of pre-mixed, pre-made, whatever. And then the weekends was just busy doing whatever. So it wasn't like they weren't gonna make anything from scratch. They weren't gonna like put things together from scratch. Neither one, my parents are good cooks, but I wouldn't say they're great cooks, and they're definitely not great bakers, right? So it's like there was no way that we were making things from scratch. So it's
Mm.
just like you have the ingredients that you need. If you buy the cake out of the box and it says all you need is 2 eggs and milk and maybe some frosting, that's what was being bought. It wasn't like, oh, well, let's get the sugar and this. And no, cinnamon
Yeah.
rolls
Well,
made out of
Mhm.
the tub, chocolate chip cookies, just open them from the pack and place them on the tray and put them in the oven. That's it. There was none of it, and that's why I can't cook to save my life.
to be fair, baking is a science,
It
and it
is.
Mhm.
is so much more difficult than like cooking stuff. It
Mhm.
is because if
Yeah.
if you if you're like just you can throw some stuff into a pot and make like a soup or a stir fry, and 9 times out of 10 it will probably taste okay, even if you like fuck up the ratios a little bit.
Yeah.
If you
Mhm.
fuck up the ratios, you're trying to make like a cookie, you have an inedible mess that it has to go directly in the bin.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
No, it's
We
it's
only
so
became
true.
an ingredient household after my parents got divorced, actually, which is kind of weird. Because I don't know if then like my mum had less time. She worked more, but
Mhm.
that's when she got super into watching the cooking channel.
Mm.
It's like she was like, "Oh, we're gonna watch Nigella Lawson," and that's probably when I was like, "Oh man, women are hot." Like, um,
You know what it is?
but
She had the
uh,
space and energy to rediscover herself. And
could
then
be that.
realized that one of the things that maybe she was missing was being an ingredient household and trying out
Yeah.
different sorts of things that way. And there was just one less person to have to try to appease with dinner and all this other stuff that it was just like, well, now I can just try
Yeah.
different things and explore.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. I would say that, and yeah, and I mean, I love my dad to bits, but and he thinks he's really into food. He's not.
It's
He would
not.
he would leave, he would live off paste. His idea of like, is this food good? Is like, how cheap could I get it for? And it's
Mm,
like, okay, I mean, I get it
okay.
to an
Hmm.
extent, but it's like if you're saying this is better than this because this is super cheap when it comes to like something like a cured meats or like a nice cheese, it's like, yeah, actually, I'm
This
going to
is
disagree
not
with
it.
you there, bro. Like, I'm just gonna have to stop you right there. And actually, if you're cooking steak in your air fryer, it's not the best steak anyone's ever eaten. It just can't be possible. It
Oh
just could
no.
not possibly be. Like,
Oh
but
no.
these are his thoughts.
Oh.
Whereas,
I'm
like, my
oh
mum's
god.
super into food. I'm also super into food. We became a little ingredient household, and I have now I am in my own house. I'm a full ingredient household. I never have any snacks available unless I particularly buy them. And then when I go down to my mum's, she lives really close to an amazing food market, and I'm like, I'm going to the food market. I'm going to come home. You go to work. It's great. I am the ingredient person now, and I do all the cooking. And I'm like, it's great. Yeah, let's go. Like, and once again, we should just spoil your mothers. Like, unless you
Mhm.
have a really bad relationship with them and there's nothing out with your control. But like,
Yeah,
um,
agreed.
if they're still there and you guys get on well, you should spoil your mothers every now and again because they will appreciate it more than you will ever know,
Mhm.
even if it's just you making some little cookies out of the tub or whatever. They'll just be happy because you made it for them and it doesn't matter what age you are.
It's true. Nope,
That's
this
why
is
anytime I
absolutely
make
true.
soup, I just send it over to my parents. Like, I will make like the most giant vat of soup, and like, sure, we'll live off it a few days, but like, I'll freeze some, and then I'll
Mhm.
send at least 4 servings over to my parents
Yeah.
to enjoy. And they're
Yeah.
like, "You show us your love with your soup," and I'm like, "Yep,
Yeah.
that's
I
that's
mean,
how I show you love."
spoil your fathers also if you're there and you get on well with them. My
Mhm.
dad is not going to appreciate a really fancy cheese, but he does appreciate occasionally jumping on Steam and playing some Command and Conquer. And you should do these things for your parents because they love you and you love them.
Presumably,
Sh-
hopefully, if you have a good
if you
relationship
don't,
with them.
if you have a good relationship with them, that's also
Mhm.
completely fine.
Mhm.
Spoil your friends, spoil the people you do love. Like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
just be a little bit thoughtful every now and again about what they might like and just do it for them because they
exactly.
will appreciate it. Like,
Is that your
I
love
don't know how we
language?
got
Is
into this.
giving small gifts?
Yeah,
Is
small
that
gifts.
small
Small.
gifts? Yeah. Yep,
Yep.
that's my love language is
Mhm.
giving small gifts.
Yeah.
And I can't save till Christmas or birthdays.
Yep, which is why
I
then I
can't
do
save
last minute
gifts.
shopping.
Like,
Because then they don't have anything to open because I've already given it to them.
yeah,
Mhm.
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 like, oh,
I swear, like, mine is anytime I go to the grocery store, I always get my partner or my daughter, like, a treat. Like, something that I know
mhm.
that they're gonna like, "Oh, thank you." Like, type of
Mm,
that's how I show my love language.
yep.
That's valid.
One of my
That's
best friends who doesn't come over to visit very often because she's got a little boy and she's always busy. But on the few occasions where she has time to come over to mine, when we're not just going out to meet in town or something like that, she
Mhm.
always brings a little pack of cured meats, and I'm like, yay! Like, I'm like, oh my god, those are mine.
So the
Mm,
way to, V's heart is pepperoni pretty much.
yeah,
Yep,
Cured
yeah,
meats.
yeah.
just a little bit, a little
Just a
bit.
little bit of cured meats.
Mhm.
Just
Yep.
just a little pack of cured meats.
I see nothing wrong with that. I think
No.
that is such a good, like, a good thing. It won't be anything that goes to waste. It won't be something that just sits around and does nothing.
Mhm,
Mm.
Like, it's
mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah.
When I go round to hers, I take her around like a little scented candle because I know she likes a little scented candle in the bath. It's not going to go away. She's gonna
Mhm.
on
Mhm.
the rare occasion where she has time to relax in a bath because she does have a very rambunctious like 8-year-old boy.
Mhm.
She's going to really want that scented candle.
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
So,
Mhm.
so valid. I was trying to think of a way to segue into fantasy guests, and I have none.
what would you give your fantasy guest if you were going round to their house? What little
Oh, yeah.
gift would you give your fantasy guest if you were going round to their house?
That's a great question. Maybe I will bring. Oh God, I don't know if this person drinks, so I can't bring a fancy bottle. What if instead I just take them out to like melting pot for fondue? What
Or
if
you
we
could bring them
don't
a
go to their
little
house?
a really nice little cheese, like a really a cute little cheese.
I could bring a nice little cheese. Um, so because again, I had no good segue for this. Because my fantasy guest is the voice of Monokuma from Danganronpa. Um, Brian Beacock, is his name. And if you are not following the news because you're not a Danganronpa person, whatever, um, he was sort of the first reason that I caught wind that there was something Danganronpa coming, because last year on, I think it was on Twitter, he just started posting like Monokuma gifs. And it was like, "Oh, well, why would he randomly be posting this?" And he's done other things, since then, and here's little Monokuma, right? So, of course, the Danganronpa fandom, because while Danganronpa is I guess it's grown in popularity since its release many, many years ago, um, you know, it is always waiting for, like, the next thing, like, "Please give us something." Um but he's done other things, right? Like, he has done, like, a zombie comedy series, he's done other voices of things, he's done other anime voice work. So then to see that was like, "Oh, like, what's happening?" Um,
Yeah.
so I've been following him for a bit, and then, of course, there were rumors that, like, Danganronpa was gonna be in Dead by Daylight, and it was gonna be in this, and it was gonna be in Fortnite. Um, Sort of wouldn't surprise me if it was in Fortnite because it was in everything else. But instead, we get the reveal that we're getting the Danganronpa 2 remake and the um the new scenario that's going to be in Danganronpa 2, which is something that I'm like super looking forward to this year. Um so I would want to ask him like what were some of the craziest theories that people had, what were fun theories to see around this, right? And like what are things that he would like to do with Monokuma, right? Then they recently put out they still haven't announced a release date except sometime this year. But they they did say, "Hey, we're doing this great big collector's pack, and here's these things that you can have in it, right? Here's a soundtrack." It's like a vinyl record soundtrack, a bucket hat, um, little all these little things. I'm like, so then he also gets to sort of break the fourth wall with Monokuma for this advertisement commercial essentially, right? And it's one of those things too where I'm like, is it fun stepping back into the voice of Monokuma after all these years? Right? Like, was that something he ever thought he was gonna do? Because and I'll try to remember to tag this with spoilers. Um, the way that the third Danganronpa game finished felt very much like the creator of Danganronpa, Kodaka, and everything else. Like, it felt sort of self-inserty where it was like, "I'm done with this, and I'm making this ending as divisive as possible because I don't want to continue this sort of, like, universe. Like, I wanna step away." And while he oversaw, like, this new Danganronpa that's coming out, he is not the full mastermind behind it, which I know has some people sort of concerned, and that's fine. Um, so it's like, did you ever think you'd get to do this again? Like, is this the voice that people keep coming back to you to do? Like, what is it about Monokuma that you think makes it so special, right? And I know I have one behind me because I too am a crazy person who has fallen in love with a murder bear, right? And when you talk about Monokuma on the surface, and it's like, yes, here is this murder bear who puts people on trial and puts you in a killing game and wants you to kill each other, and someone has to get away with it in order to escape. None of that sounds like reasons that you should love this thing, and yet the fandom fucking loves this bear. And I too love this bear. Don't know what that says about me.
Surely it just means that. So if you went into the office, you have to hear me out this way. This is like,
I'm hearing you out.
right. So you go into the office. There's no way that you like every single person you work with, right?
I mean, absolutely not. How could you?
There's like so many people that work at the same place that you work that are probably super incompetent
Of
and
course.
probably don't deserve to die. But would you be upset if it happened?
No.
I don't think so. I've never played Danganronpa, but if
Oh my
if a
god, you
murder bear came into
should.
my office and was like, "Oh, you guys are all going to have to like maybe kill each other and like, you know, someone will get away with it." I wouldn't feel that bad about it. There'd be some people that I would feel bad. I'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, okay, they don't deserve to die." But there's going to be some people that I'm like, "Oh well, like this is a loophole
Mm.
legally to get away with getting rid of you, someone who is probably just a waste of space." Like, I don't know. These are my thoughts.
I think you should play Danganronpa because I think it's fantastic. And to be fair, I'm really focusing on Danganronpa. He's done a lot of things that I have
He was in
enjoyed.
Naruto. He was in Naruto. I looked
And I
it
haven't
up.
watched Naruto. But
He was in Bleach.
he's in Bleach. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. He's Yumichika in Bleach. He's in Code Geass. Uh, and while I have not watched Digimon, obviously I have played, the most recent Digimon game. He's done voices in Digimon, right? So this is someone who has done quite a few things. Um, done a voice in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He's
One
done some.
Punch Man.
Yep.
I
One
love
Punch
One Punch Man.
Man, Sailor Moon,
Mhm.
right? So lots of just so many like voices and things that I've seen that like I've played. Fire Emblem. I did a voice in Fire Emblem Heroes. And fucking love Fire Emblem. Um, so all these different things that he's been a part of. And obviously right now I'm focusing on Danganronpa again because that's the thing that I'm
Yeah.
like waiting for, and I'm like, come to me, like I'm ready for this. Like give me more Monokuma. Give me this ridiculous like murder bear with his stupid laugh. Like I like just more,
Yeah.
please. Like and
Well, I think looking over like some of his um filmography,
mhm.
sort of thing. Like, again, I've not watched Bleach, so I couldn't possibly comment. But like some of the stuff, like like I know the characters that he's voiced in Naruto, but they're not massive characters and stuff like that. So it would be really interesting to ask, like, how does it feel to be like such a cult character
Mhm.
and such a well or a character with such a massive following for a series when some of the other work that you've done is obviously great work. Like again, I know all the characters that he has voiced in Naruto. Fantastic voice actor, but it's
Mhm.
like if you've went from doing like what would be sort of considered side characters in certain other things to then be thrust into a crazy fandom with like crazy fans as the main guy, like how much of a jarring experience was that? Like
I mean, like, literally the mascot for this game series, right? Which
Mm.
is crazy when you think about it, right? And Danganronpa, the first game, was 2010, right? So, now 16 years later, back into this, and I have to assume that it's probably very cool because this game was a very cult, and it is still a very cult following game, right? But then you get to see the trajectory of it like growing and, how people flock to it and how people come to it and, what is that like? This was not a game that like as soon as it came out, it blew up, right? This was a game that like people played it and sort of talked about it and whatever and then a couple years later another one comes out, and I think this is one of those types of games that it was bigger in Japan for a long time before coming here because I think also the sort of killing game trope, right, has been a thing in Eastern media for a long time and it took a long time for like Western media to really I
Yeah.
don't know if it's, like, be okay with it, but, like, to really jump on that train, right? Like
Yeah, I think it was more like the Hunger Games
yeah, and
that made it.
obviously, like, before that, we had Battle Royale,
Well, yeah, but that's
right?
why, like, I remember watching the Battle Royale movie and
Mhm.
reading the book, like, when I was in high school, I think, which was a long time ago. We're not going to talk about how long it was. Completely fine. But like when I first started at work, one of the women that I worked with, she was a apprentice, so she had just started college. She was like 18. She's talking about the Hunger Games, and I'm like, sounds like battle royale.
Mhm.
This is a sort of battle royale thing.
Yeah.
Um, Whereas obviously if you're watch a lot of anime or more of a weeb, I suppose you're much more like, oh yeah, no, this is cool and actually very fun. But I think before the Hunger Games, as you say, it's not really something that people would be not necessarily would be into, but was like mainstream in Western
Mhm.
culture. Everyone goes into a room. Well, apart from if you're like in the 80s and you watch Mad Max Thunderdome, but I think everyone should be
But even that was a
Thunderdome.
cult classic when
Like,
you think about
well,
it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I
So
don't
it's
really
just
want to watch Mad Max in the Thunderdome. Like,
yeah, so it's like, how I think it's that, right? And how does he feel also seeing that sort of trajectory of now Western audiences being more open to that, right? Because and I remember everybody, we had the Hunger Games and then you had like Divergent and then it kind of fizzled for a little bit, right? And maybe it was just that a Western team couldn't quite put together something as good as Battle Royale or, whatever. Then you get Squid Games, right? And that blew up. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is such." And then again, we get back to everyone being like, "This is such a crazy idea. This is such a good idea. This is so original." No, it wasn't an original idea. Things like this had been done for a long time. It's just that again, this was sort of like a reintroduction to this sort of concept with Squid Game. And I remember being like, "No, there's games that you could play with this. There's movies that you could watch with this." And I saw, the Anime Man did a video where he's like, "Well, if you like Squid Game, then you'll probably like these sorts of anime that do the same exact thing." And
yeah.
maybe the second one that he mentioned was Danganronpa. And I remember watching that video and being like, "I swear to God, if he doesn't mention Danganronpa, I'm gonna riot." right? He did. It was fine. I didn't have to riot. He knew what he was talking about. Um, but like, so to see all of that trajectory, and again, the first game came out in 2010. It took 15 years for the Danganronpa series to sell 10 million copies, right? Because that growth, that interest didn't really hit until so much later.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that then so much later that interest hits and the creator is like, I want to do something else. I'm tired of doing this. Here's an ending to, Danganronpa V3 that people are upset about and don't want to touch the series again and whatever, right? So with all that sort of stuff going on around it, right? How does it feel to then so many years later step back into this role of Monokuma? And, how is it? And I see that he has some conventions that he's going to throughout the year, right? So it's like, what is it like going to conventions and seeing maybe nobody ever dressed as a Danganronpa character, and then suddenly you start to see that like it's shifting and there's more and more, right? And you see your Junkos and you see your Ibukis and you see these characters that now are showing up, you know, and before maybe you were lucky if you saw one or two. Now I can't walk through a convention floor without seeing a few of them, right? So
Mm.
it's like it's growing, and I'm glad that it's growing because I think it's an amazing series and I think people should play it, especially if you like sort of murder mysteries and um killing games and all that. If you've always wanted the Ace Attorney games to be a little more bloody, this is the one. And I will never forget the first punishment. I'm trying not to like be too spoilery, but I'll never forget the first punishment in the first Danganronpa game. I had to like walk away from my computer afterwards because I literally was like, I can feel this and it hurts. And it was just the right level of it was the right level of creepiness. It was the right level of realism in this sort of universe. And it was also the way that lines from all the characters, not just him, but the way everything was delivered, that I was like, I feel like I'm in physical pain and I was not the one being punished. So like I would want to hear all about that. Like, and he didn't do the voice of Monokuma in the anime, right? And I don't know what if he was involved in that decision, if he just didn't want to do it. I'd be curious on that too, right? Um, but I would really love to hear like seeing something go from so cult classic to a bit more mainstream. And how does that feel? And what is that like? Um, and to just be the mascot of a series, right? That's got to be fun. And he's also and not just this one cuz he's also done oh my god, I can't think of the little dinosaur in Digimon now. Um but he's done that
Gra-
voice a whole bunch of times. And I think of that as like
Gravamon
I maybe
or Agumon?
Agumon, yes.
Mm.
Um and I think of that as the mascot for Digimon, right? And he hasn't done that in every game, but it's like that has like how does that
Mm.
feel to know that you are the voice of a mascot for something
Mhm.
so big or something cult? Like that's got to be fun. Oh, so that's my fantasy guest. That's who I want to speak to.
I want to know if he would be willing to dress up like what's the name of the bear? I'm sorry, you've said it
Monokuma.
multiple times. Monokuma. Um, and we could put all the billionaires in a room, and he can make everyone, all the billionaires, kill each other. I'd like to know if you'd be up for that. like, like a Squid Game,
hmm
but also we just kill all the billionaires. Like, I think that would be fine.
Eat the rich. It's fine. Yeah, I'm never gonna be a billionaire, so I'm never gonna be one of those people in the room.
Well, yeah, no normal person would. like,
Yep. We could help him put on some like Monokuma face paint.
yeah,
We as in you,
we could.
because I tried doing Monokuma face paint and I was awful, but I've seen your skeleton face paint and it was great.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. I just feel like Squid Game came out, and the most logical like thing to happen after Squid Game would be to hunt billionaires for sport, but somehow we got the Mr. Beast games instead. And I think that's just testament to why we're living in the worst possible fucking timeline. Like,
Mhm. Mhm. Oh my god. I did not watch any of that. I
No, me
refuse.
neither.
I just I also just don't get Mr. Beast, I'll be quite honest.
No, no, me neither. He looks like what an AI would make of a person who was trying to convince you to do a bad thing. Like,
I don't know, I
like
mean,
that man has no soul. Like,
no.
just there's nothing going on behind those eyes that are good things.
I've
And
never
I don't.
watched an episode, but or
You
I
can
guess
come
a
into the
video.
comments and be like, "Oh, he gives so much money to charity," and it's like, yeah, so he can exploit people. Like, we're like, oh yeah, he did these good things for charity, so he can make money, so he can then lock people in a house and see what they will do for 100,000. That's just Saw. He's just the man from Saw. Like, but occasionally he's like, oh, I built a well in Africa. Like, I'm so great. Like, he is fucking Jigsaw, but he looks like he has less of a soul than that little doll on a fucking trike. Like, oh my god. Like.
I know we talk about Dead by Daylight so much in this podcast, but now I almost want a Mr. Beast skin for Jigsaw.
We should.
And I
We
know it's
should. I
not
just
Jigsaw.
can't
I
think
know
of
it's like I know it's the pig, but now I'm just like, okay, but how funny would it be if it
the
like an
pig.
April Fool's? Here's a Mr. Beast skin instead.
If the devs of Dead by Daylight ever see this, you should do it because I will buy the skin. I don't even play your game. Like,
Oh,
I
I just
will
think that'd be
go into the
hysterical.
capitalist loop to support the fact that we're making fun of this massive fucking capitalist. I'll do it. Like, I don't care if it makes me a hypocrite. I'll fucking do it.
Oh my god. No, I think that would be hysterical. I just oh that I now really want that to happen. Please someone get this like on their and it could only be available April 1st. That's fine. It's fine. I would be I would be so for it. Or even if it's not a skin, if it's just because I know every once in a while, like in certain maps, you do see like the jigsaw just like sitting there, right? If you just saw it with like his face and like
Yeah,
his face like
he's
very
like
poorly
his
put on
his
it.
YouTube like
Yes. Yes.
I ran this through 7 different data algorithms to see how wide I should open my mouth to fool children into watching this absolute abject slop. Like,
It's
that
I
face.
mean, yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's a you know, because it is a little creepy. It is it is a little
so
creepy.
creepy.
I have heard though, I have heard that what might rival this in creepiness is one of the marriage candidates in the new Stardew update.
God.
Brett was ready. She's getting like super cozy.
She's
She's
getting
like,
I'm
ready.
freezing. All of a sudden, like the sun starts to go down, and I'm like, my back is cold, and I'm like, oh, jeez,
we
you're
mentioned
fucking old.
Mr. Beast, and it was just like a chill when she
Yeah.
Yep,
just
that's exactly what it is.
like, can sense the lack of soul from across wherever the fuck he is, like in
I
space
can
somewhere,
feel it.
probably like a big creepy alien man. Like,
Does
And my thought process was
Mhm.
putting him on like like the top of the box when you're trying to get that hat off.
Yes.
And he just laughs, but instead of coming out with nothing, it's like a Mr. Beast bar. And
Oh
he
my
laughs.
god.
the
You're holding it
feastable.
because they're absolute trash. They're the worst fucking chocolate in the. Okay, so I've only had it once, and it was because it was on like clearance. They're like, "Oh, you want this candy bar? We'll charge you 99 cents for it." And I was like, "It's chocolate. How fucking bad could it be?"
Oh, it bad.
Hold on.
The zoom in.
It's really
If
bad.
you're watching
It's
this on
really
YouTube, you get
bad.
the zoom in. If you're on Spotify, sorry, you missed the zoom in.
It's bad. But yeah. Don't eat the chocolate. It's trash.
It's
Yeah,
probably
that's trash.
poisonous also. Like, it's not allowed. Don't
That's how
do
he
it.
gets people to actually participate. Everyone want a chocolate bar?
Yeah, he's like fully like, you want to come into my van? I've got candy.
No,
Like-
I don't. Go away. Oh my god. I can't.
I've got candy in a heavily caffeinated drink made by Logan fucking Paul.
Oh,
Like,
gross.
just buy a Lunchable. Lunchables are good. Like, who's complaining about Lunchables, bro? No one.
No
Like,
one. Not a single
Uh,
person.
my 6-year-old, she hates the crackers and those
I
things.
mean,
She'll
that's
eat
fair.
everything but the crackers.
Okay,
But are
so
the
it's not.
But
She's
she'll
crackers
not.
in
eat the pizzas.
The
She's
Mr.
not complaining
Beastables
about.
any better?
Yeah, I
Like,
know. She's
I don't
not
know.
complaining
I
about the
I
whole
refuse to
thing.
buy those.
no.
No.
She's complaining about
Yeah.
specifically the crackers. That's fine.
And to be
Yeah.
fair, like, as an ingredient household haver, you know when you've got good crackers. Like, she's probably
Oh,
just like,
yes,
these
buttery,
aren't these
sweet
aren't
buttery
the
Ritz,
good
or I don't
crackers.
want it.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, she's like, this
Valid.
is a less good cracker. Like,
Also, the crackers have been chilled in the fridge with the rest of the thing,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
get it.
actually,
I
no,
get
that's
it.
Who
fair.
wants a
Yeah,
cold cracker?
No,
no, no,
no,
you're
don't
right.
want that. Not at all.
But I'd rather eat a Lunchable. I'd rather chop my
Speaking
own hand off than eat anything made by fucking Mr. Beast, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Fair.
Speaking
chopped
of
my
cold
hand off, I'm now
cracker,
eating my hand.
Okay, I was like, there is
Argue.
a very bad joke about cold crackers.
Speaking of cold crackers, tell us about your least favorite cold cracker.
let's talk about the marriage candidates in Stardew Valley. So Stardew is celebrating its 10 years this year. I have been a Stardew fan since its release in 2016. It was one of the first games that my partner and I played together. I think we talked about it on last podcast. It was one of the games that we played together. So this week, in preparation for the new update that's coming, Concerned Ape went and did like a live stream and just talked about it. And like their ending was telling everyone about their two new marriage candidates, the ones that people have been asking for. And I'm like, if you say motherfucking Clint.
Uh-huh.
But if you guys don't know, if you've never played Clint is the blacksmith, and he's kind of just like this awkward, like my husband calls him sweaty hands because he just feels like that's the type of person he is. Like he comes to shake your hand and it doesn't matter; it's just dripping wet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just awkward. So that he was renounced, and Sandy, who owns the store in the desert, once you unlock the desert. If you haven't played this game, and I'm spoiling it for you, game's been out for 10 years. I'm
It's been 10
sorry.
years. Yeah,
I'm
like,
sorry.
how long is like too long for spoilers? Like, come on, it's 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm saying like 2 years is probably fine to do a
Mhm.
Yeah.
spoiler.
Agreed.
If I've got a game in my backlog and it's been there for 2 years and someone spoils it, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, how dare you? I'm going to be like, my bad, bro. It's been on
Yeah,
my
I should have
backlog
played
for
it.
2 years.
People keep apologizing for like when they find out I haven't finished Baldur's Gate, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I spoiled it." I was like, "No, it's my own fault. Like, no, just keep talking." It's,
Yeah.
That is your own
you're not
fault
gonna.
because you're sleeping on a banger of a game.
I just, I just don't have
Don't tell
mental.
Candy I've not finished either.
You know, I
I've
finished it
I've I've
twice.
I've restarted. I've restarted Act 1 like 17 times with different characters because they're so fucking cute.
No, that's
Like, no, I
fair.
want to be a cute bard. I want to be a tiefling. No, I want to be this. I want to be that. So
I
Yeah.
do not have it installed at this moment because the last time I finished the second playthrough, I did one good playthrough, one evil playthrough. And I uninstalled it because I knew I would then do another playthrough. So I was like, no, I have other games I have to actually play. So it is uninstalled. I have not played again with all like the new subclasses they've put in. But we've been talking about doing a game, and I can't wait to dive into it. But I know that obsession will take hold of me, and then I'll have V like, do you have this review done? And I'll be like, what review? And I'll be like, oh, should I even start it because I've been so stuck on Baldur's Gate 3. But
So are the
In my
three of us doing?
defense, in my defense, I don't think I've ever messaged anyone being like, "Oh, there's reviews on." Like, I don't know if I've ever done that.
no, I know, but that's how bad, like, that's the kind of chokehold that it would have on me, that V would be like, Like, Dano can't get a hold of you, like, no, this person can't get a hold of you, like, what are you doing? Like, what's like, it would be that level that V would have to step in and be like, what's happening?"
Um, every time I try and play it, I just get sad that I'm not playing actual D&D, and then I stop playing it. I can't, like, I have a
Yeah.
problem. It's like we spoke about earlier before we started. It's like watching live play podcasts. I'm just like, oh, I know I really want to love this, but also at the same
Mhm.
time, I'm like, I just want to play fucking D&D, and this is not actual D&D, and then I switch it off.
No,
Like,
it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah. And see, as someone who prefers other TTRPGs over D&D, like
mhm,
I'm not saying I don't enjoy D&D. I just there's so many other TTRPGs that I enjoy more. Uh I feel like solo playing just isn't interesting to me.
mhm.
Mm.
Playing with
No.
someone else is fun, but
Mhm.
like solo running is like I have to play all of the characters. I can barely play my own when I play like in a group. Like what makes you think I can play all of them? Like
Yeah.
that's where my brain goes.
I mean,
So,
I guess that's fair. I played the first time I finished it, I played by myself. Because
Mhm.
and the reasoning for me was I want to play this by myself to get the ending that I choose in this time without having to like negotiate with somebody else, right? And
mm,
figure out which way to do it. And then that way the second time playing it through, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't care what choice you make here, blah blah. Like we agreed
mhm,
we were gonna do an evil run, and it was just like, okay, so now whatever evil
mhm.
choice you want to make is cool. It's fine. Um, but I didn't want things to be spoiled for a solo
For the
play.
first time you played.
Yeah. Mhm.
I get it. Have you done your honor? That's what I guess you have to do now is your honor run. So you get the gold dice.
Uh, I don't care that much about a gold dice. I'll buy myself a pair of
What
gold
is what
dice.
is is the honor run? You just don't like save scum or anything?
Yeah, there's no save scumming, and it's permadeath, so when you die, that's it, your run is over.
Okay, so it's just D&D.
I mean,
Maybe
it's
no, but
basically
I feel like I
D&D,
would
but,
actually
like,
I feel like I would enjoy it more if I just played it on the honor run mode,
you can't
because I
it's
think
much harder. Um,
Mhm.
but I
you
think
can.
the bit
Yeah.
that takes away from me a bit with the enjoyment is because I know it's a video game, and because I know I could just go back and like just
Mhm.
reload a save to get a better roll, whereas you don't get to do that in D&D. You
Yeah.
have to just honor the dice that when it happens. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mhm.
that's what I love about D&D. You adapt to the shitty roll that you've got, despite the fact you have a +8 to this stat.
Yep.
You just
Yeah, so
rolled a
that's
natural one.
You have plus
You're
8
fucked.
charisma.
+8 charisma. Well, you rolled 2, so sorry.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
so
+8
that's
charisma. You literally just vomited on that man.
yep.
Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like,
But yeah,
no, and
that's
that's
basically what
I
it
love
is.
that about
Mhm.
tabletop RPGs, and it gives me a completely different experience
Yeah.
from playing video games where I would like to win. And I think, again, to Brett's point, like, it's made better by the fact it's a collaborative experience. So if everyone at the
Mhm.
table's having
Mhm.
fun, that's a win. Whereas a
Mhm.
solo experience in front of your computer, I'm like, well, if I'm not winning, I'm actually not having fun. Like, because this is a
Valid.
video
Yeah.
game. And then I'm like, I don't know how I play these because I love the setting and I love the concept of a really good, well made Dungeons and Dragons
Mhm.
video game. But at the same time, every time I try and play it, I'm like, this is a video game and I can't fucking get my head into the right brain space for it while also trying to treat it like it's D&D. Like I just can't do it.
I mean,
My
that's
husband
fair.
and I
Mhm.
attempted 2 runs. Um the most recent time. So he usually makes just some he basically presses randomize like a couple times and that's his character.
Oof.
Okay? This time he made his character look like me, except she was a halfling. And I was like, "Why did you make her a halfling?" He goes, "Because she's a short queen." I was like, "But I am not." And he goes, "I know. She has to have some flaws." And I was like, "Fuck off."
Oh, this is
I
sweet.
was like, "But what if she dies in game?" And he goes, "You know." But, I just enjoy it more. Like, my husband and I have very opposite opinions on games. He likes, you know, what's he playing? He's replaying Fallout 4 right now. But then here I am playing, you know, Sims for the 400th time. But we have very like opposing like video game like. So something like Baldur's Gate. So I think
It's
that's why I
okay that he's
enjoy it
playing
co-op.
Fallout 4 for the umpteenth time because people do have to have some flaws. That's insane.
That's the flaw that he's playing it again.
I think he's playing it with mods though.
Well,
Okay.
Oh,
still.
he's from his office. I hear, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah."
That's hysterical. Okay, so you're not going to marry anybody in Baldur's Gate 3 because you're not going to get far enough. But what about the new people that you can marry in Stardew? Why are you
Fuck
not
him.
marrying
I
Clint?
hate cuz I
We
told
hate
you
Clint.
he's got sweaty palms.
I
I
know.
He's got
don't
wet
like
hands. I
Okay,
don't even know who
okay.
he is. He's
But
got wet hands though, and that's enough. Like,
but like
Okay,
maybe
he
some
probably
people find
doesn't.
that like endearing. Like Waterboy in Dispatch has sweaty hands because his name is literally Waterboy, but he's endearing.
Emily touch
If
me if
you
he's got
listen
wet
to the
hands.
community, and even Concerned Ape himself, like he was like, "You guys, that's who you wanted, right? Right? That's who you wanted to date? No, give me Willie. Give me the wizard. The older uh, the older gentleman in the game. Give me those. I'll date them. I'll date the dog that lives in the middle of town. But Clint, and that's why I'll forever stick to Krobus.
I just
He'll
like
just be my
being
platonic roommate. You good?
she's holding the wall.
I need to. No, I'm sorry. I need you to know that in Scotland, Willie's slang for dick. You were like, "Give me Willie." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm fucking out." Oh,
And you broke
I'm
me.
so sorry. Lowering the tone once again.
What's gonna happen is this is gonna get clipped, and this short of me saying "Gibby Willie" is gonna be all over Scottish like YouTube now, and V's gonna be who's shared it the most? V.
Look, she can't
Guys, my
even
friend said
compose
something
herself
funny. Look
though.
at it.
I'm
That's my
fine. I'm
favorite
fine.
part that
I'm
she's
just gonna look.
struggling.
I'm just gonna look down, like a couple of seconds. Just give me. What's Sandy do though?
I mean, Sandy's pretty cute. Like, I I feel like she is the better choice of the addition of marriageables. She's
Mhm.
not. She's not bad, but
No.
she lives in. You have to take a bus to go see her.
Okay, but at
So
least
does
she's
she have
not
to
the
take a
bitch that
bus?
eat rocks.
Oh,
Anyway.
Abigail.
All I know is that this
Abigail.
bitch eats rocks. That's all I know.
She does.
Did you
She
mute
legit
yourself?
does.
Just like at least she's not the bitch that eats rocks. What the fuck do you mean?
Okay, so there's this bitch named Abigail. And if you give her a rock, sometimes she'll say like the line like, "How'd you know I was hungry?"
I just love that V like cannot control herself right now.
Now V's gonna play this game.
I know. You know what? This is
She
how you
said for
get
the
her to
longest
play.
time it wasn't her type of cozy. She's like, I don't like the management part. But now, if she found out there's a bitch who eats rocks and a dick for a character, she's all in.
I'm so sorry. God. Oh my god.
This
I'm
is
gonna
this
mute
how
my
we
mic.
get
I'm
her.
gonna.
Please, we can still see you like unable, like holding the wall for support. Like just
She's broken. She's
so
absolutely
broken.
broken.
Oh my god.
You guys better watch this on YouTube to watch me just like pretty much crash out over Mika.
Over Stardew.
A game that she's never played.
Literally. Oh my god. I just know about like the eating rocks because it's like it's been memed, and then like somebody
Mhm.
was like, oh, somebody said it, and I was like, what? And then Sean's like, yeah, that's who I'm romancing, and I was like, "But she's rocks. What do you mean you're romancing her? Like, what is this bullshit?" He's like, but look at her. I'm like, she's eating fucking rocks. Like, what do you mean?
If you threw her in the lake, she'd sink to the bottom.
Like, what do you
Yeah, if you give her like amethyst or rocks, she's like, how'd you know I was hungry?
like, bitch? Why are you eating this? You know what? We have found someone who has a worse palate than V's dad. It is Abigail eating rocks.
Catching the strays. Like, wait, actually, please bleep over my dad's full name.
That is.
Right, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine. It's
You're
fine.
good. You're safe. You're
Yep.
okay. Are you sure?
I'm completely. I'm just not gonna look at the camera. You're really dirty.
um, yeah. Out of all the people they could have chosen, Clint wasn't it. Sandy's fine. I'm fine with Sandy. It doesn't change my opinions, but just Clint being an even option, just I don't know.
He's a blacksmith. Maybe he's got like strong hands and strong muscles, and once you marry him and you date him, maybe you see the ripped arms underneath, and who knows? I have actually no idea what this character looks like. I just heard that
But his
people
hands are wet, Candy. They're wet.
listen.
My husband and I have also given him a voice.
Okay,
Like they don't.
what is
There's
the
no voice.
voice? Because that sometimes will ruin it.
Okay. You ever watch Hey Arnold?
Yes.
Okay, you know the mouth breather?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey guys. Oh.
And V's gonna be our mic again.
I'm fucking fighting for my life right here, Brett, and you can't help me with the fucking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You hit me with the
Sorry.
mouth beaver from fucking Hey Arnold. I'm gonna
fine.
die in this YouTube
sorry.
video.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we won't be able to air this episode because it'll be like somebody died during the episode. Sorry.
In the arms of the angels, and it's just like a picture of V.
You know what though?
She's
At least she will die in probably one of her favorite T-shirts because it's a Jurassic Park shirt.
It's just it's good days. I'm sorry.
oh, it's instead of Sarah McLachlan, it'll be like. That's all
Just
I'll
the
do.
Jurassic
Otherwise, we'll
Park.
get demonetized.
Fucking day.
Get demonetized. Britt, we're not even monetized. Go for it. You gotta get monetized
Fine.
first to be demonetized.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm in a lot of pain actually.
Are you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's good pain. It's good pain. I've not laughed like
Okay.
this in weeks. Like, this
The
is so
ab
good.
muscles are working overtime now with all the laughter.
My abs are like, oh, when was the last time you went to the gym, bitch? Like, oh, it's so good. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh, we were talking about mouth breather voice that I gave to Clint.
Mm-hmm.
He does. Hey, Emily.
I need to actually
I'm
look up
sorry.
what this character looks like. Because
Please do.
I like don't even know what he looks like.
Clint
That's
or the
best
mouth
part.
breather from.
No, I know what the mouth
Both.
breather looks like. I need to look up Clint from Star.
We'll put we'll put a picture of both on the screen as part of the YouTube
I will.
for you both to see.
I will. The good thing is we've given ourselves a little bit more time between episodes, so I can actually like take time to edit this.
Right.
Wait,
Right,
they
I'm
put him
fine.
on
Sure,
Ginger
when-
Island? Wait, so did they just
Wait,
put
is he
all the
ginger?
gingers on Ginger Island?
Is he ginger?
He is.
He's got wet hands and no soul. What a bitch! Like,
Oh my goodness. Cruel. Oh, he's got a
I'm
crush on
probably
poor
sure he's a
Emily?
lovely person. I'm sure he's probably a lovely individual. But
Oh, okay,
um
see, now I feel bad looking at this Wikipedia because it's like, he often goes to the saloon to socialize with Emily, who he has a crush on, but he's too nervous to approach. And a note found in Clint's bedroom confirms his feelings, saying, "Dear Emily, I know you only think of me as a friend. It's my fault. I'm too shy. I'll never have the courage to tell you the truth. That's why I'm writing this letter to myself that I'll certainly crumple up and toss in a corner." Maybe he just needs some love. Maybe he just needs someone to show him that he is worthy, and then maybe he
then
wouldn't be a
maybe
mouth breather.
you
Maybe
should wipe his goddamn hands then, Candy.
maybe someone has never told him that though. Maybe he needs someone to tell him like, "Hey bro,
Nobody
like your
needs to
hands
no
your
one
hands
no
are a
one
little
needs to tell you your
sweaty."
hands are that wet. No one needs to tell you your hands are that wet. Like, you should not need to be told your hands are that fucking wet. Like,
it's never stated. It's never
It's
stated.
not.
Okay? These are things I've built up in my head. And there's no voice acting, so it doesn't really sound like that. I've just built him up in my head to feel this way. I'm sure he's probably a lovely person, and if they were to choose a voice actor for him, I'm sure they would be, they wouldn't sound like this when they talked, but ugh. Um, yeah.
And he looks okay, he also looks like he probably has a dad bod, which, let's be real, that's
Yeah,
very
which
in.
is not it's just the way
absolutely.
he okay, it's the way he stands. It feels like when he's somewhere, he stands like just far enough away that like it'd be awkward to talk to him, but far enough away that if you don't talk to him, it's awkward. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
I'm
see it.
like
I see the vibe. I see the vibe immediately. I've seen the picture now. I see the vibe.
I'm
Like,
like,
Seen him in his beach outfit?
no, there's a bee. Don't do this to me. I am trying so fucking hard to not physically die. Like,
I have absolutely nothing against dad bods at all. It's never been about the way he looks or anything like that. It's just the way he hangs around
is this wait?
and some of his
mm,
comments.
Why
I mean,
is
I'm
he wearing
looking.
like? Why is he wearing like pants though in his
It's
beach
a
outfit?
speedo. It's a speedo.
No, 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 no.
I mean, this is a guy. Okay. Okay, look. This is a guy who literally
Number one, Clint
doesn't.
defender over here.
Well, I mean, I got to make it interesting, right? Like literally this poor guy when you talk to him, right? It's like, I'm a blacksmith. My father was a blacksmith. My grandfather was a blacksmith, right? It's just like, this is a guy who has just inherited these things. So maybe he truly doesn't know that his hands are this wet because everybody's been a blacksmith before him. And maybe that
No,
wetness is to protect his hands from everything. Okay. And he's just
no,
a guy who's been sitting there over his forge by himself. So
no,
he doesn't know how to interact with people. Maybe he
n-
needs someone to bring him out of his shell. How many times
no.
we have so many anime about shit like this, right? We have
Caddy, no.
fucking Comey can't communicate, where the bitch can't get words out and people have to bring her out of her shell. Maybe that's what
Caddy,
he needs. Maybe it's
Caddy,
Clint
no.
can't communicate, okay? Maybe he just needs
Caddy,
some help.
Caddy, no. If his dad was a blacksmith and his grandfather was a blacksmith, they learned that they had to wipe their hands so they could find a woman that they could fuck so that they could have a lineage. Like, so one of the two of them should have told him to wipe his goddamn hands. Like,
Listen, you think that, but who knows? Who knows, okay? Listen,
Okay.
listen, if fucking
Are
Ben
you ready for
Shapiro
some of the
can get
quotes?
laid,
Let's
so can
let's
Clint.
let's talk about some of the quotes.
let's
Okay?
look at the quotes and see if Candy would still fuck Clint, because I feel like
Okay.
Candy's a Clint
Do you want me
fucker.
to say it?
Like,
Do you want me to say him in a regular voice, or do you
I
want me to
didn't
say
say
him
it.
in
no,
his
no,
my
no, no,
regular?
no, 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 no. I need them in the mouth breather
In a
voice. I need them
regular
in the
voice.
mouth breather voice.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. I forgot to clip my toenails.
Oh,
Oh
wait,
no, I
wait.
forgot to clip my toenails.
I know how you sell this game to V.
I'm
I
sold.
just
I'm
figured it out.
downloading it right now. What do you mean?
I just figured out.
Can
Okay,
I bully this man in game?
yes. You can bully just
Okay.
about
You
any
can give
of
him
them.
shit objects. You can give him shit objects.
But
Okay,
here's
I'm
what
gonna
you don't give him, okay? Because you will want to keep these. Okay? You ready for this? They have dinosaur eggs.
Well, I wouldn't give those to anyone. Why would I give those to anyone?
That's what I'm saying.
Those
You
are
keep them.
mine.
There are
And
dinosaur
if
eggs.
and you could put them in you could put the dinosaur eggs in the egg hatcher
You
and
can
find out what
hatch a
happens.
dinosaur.
Yeah. And it stays in your chicken coop.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm here for this.
Okay.
But I
I
would
mean, we
also
could play.
like.
So are we the three of us doing a Stardew
Fuck no.
Yes.
run?
Yes.
Y'all could
Yes.
do a Stardew
Yes.
run.
Wait, no, fuck off, fuck off. If this video gets if this video gets 15 likes, Candy has to do a Stardew run with Brett and I. Fuck
Mhm.
you, bro.
And
if I need to
she-
play
and
Overwatch,
she-
you can
okay.
suck it. Like,
And she has to romance Clint.
she has to romance Clint because she's such a
Sure.
Clint defender.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's read some. I'm gonna
I
read
want
some
more
more
quotes from
quotes.
Clint to see
Okay.
what Candy's getting herself into because she loves Clint
Okay.
so much.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna put on my special red trunks. They're supposedly supposed to be really eye-catching.
Red is an eye-catching color. It's true.
Have you seen his
Yep.
trunks? Did you look at that picture?
No,
You
because
look
all the
at
sprites
Tiger?
I saw were just like,
You don't see how tight
Oh.
they were?
It's in this. It's in chat right now.
Yeah, you don't see how tight those were? You don't see how
okay, I have to look
tight
it on
those
my
trunks
phone so I don't mess up the recording.
were?
Look at him.
There, I'm
Look
getting
at
there.
it. Look at his
Hold,
red
please.
trunks.
Hold. Fine. He's got blue eyes. I'm a sucker for blue eyes. It's fine. I'll just buy him different trunks.
Okay.
All right.
Continue.
8 hearts. 8 hearts. Maybe I should save up and buy a computer. Maybe I can find a girlfriend on the internet. What? Don't judge me.
I mean, listen. Wait. Hold the phone.
No, wait,
because
wait,
you
wait,
have
wait.
talked
That's
about
when
this
you've been.
on the podcast. Hold on. No. You've talked about this on the podcast, Britt. You cannot judge him for that statement when how did you meet your partner?
I did not specifically go on the internet to find my partner.
Okay,
It
but
just
how did
happened.
you meet your partner?
Wait. No, I need to know. I specifically need to know if
The
8
both of
hearts.
you-
If 8 hearts means you have been actively romancing him to that point.
Yeah, I guess all jokes aside, how would that work if he wasn't romanceable before? Or marriage candidate
know.
before?
I don't know. It's on the Stardew wiki.
Mhm.
So you've been giving him all your.
Oh,
well, he's only
because
marriageable
oh,
now.
Mhm.
So I think it's 10 hearts, but you can get up to 8 with non-romanceables, and
Okay.
then it's 10 for let me make sure. How many hearts for romanceable Stardew? I haven't played this in a hot minute.
Well, it's fine because we're all going to play it together. Candy, I'm looking at you right now. Like,
You gotta
I'm
get the
looking at you, but I'm
likes.
looking.
The cap is 8 hearts.
I'm going to
Once
get the
you
likes.
it's maximum level friendship for single villagers or just friendship.
Okay.
At 8 hearts, you have to give the romanceable a bouquet
Okay.
to signify that you want to date them.
So
And then
when
in
this
order to
when this
in
man
order
is
to-
your best friend in the world, he's like,
you
I don't know,
could
maybe
date
your
them.
friendship's not enough. Maybe I need to go online to try and find a girlfriend on the internet because your friendship's just not enough. It's just not enough.
Well, I
This
guess
is
up
what
until
Candy's
this
defending
point,
right
the
now.
friendship wasn't enough.
Yeah, this is what Candy's defending. She's just defending
Yeah.
this.
Listen, again,
She's
some people find
defending.
romance online, okay?
Yeah, that's completely fine. It's completely fine.
That's
But you don't
fine.
need
That's
to-
not a big deal. But
like-
the way he says it, because the quote after that, he says, not everyone is a not everyone is a cool, attractive, socially adept farmer, you know. What's a guy like me supposed to do?
He's two beers away from saying that women in video games should be hotter, can't he? He's 2 beers away. He is 2 beers away. How do you not see this? But you have to
Listen.
romance him when we get 15 likes on this video, which we will absolutely get.
Whoa, whoa,
We're
whoa,
gonna
Because
whoa,
get
hold on.
Brett's
Hold.
going to share it in her Twitch stream, and I'm
Hold
going to
on.
share it over
Nope.
every. I'm going to send this YouTube video to my family, and I'm going to be like, "Don't watch it, just like it."
Hold. If we get 15 likes, I will play Stardew. However, we're gonna have to get way more likes to get to the point of romancing this character because
But I thought
that
you loved
is
him.
You
hours
love him
and
anyway.
hours and hours of work because you have to unlock things before he's available.
But you
You
love
playing
him.
Overwatch is like an hour.
But you love him anyway. You're just defending him. You already love him.
I'm playing devil's
It's not really
advocate.
that
I
much
don't
work.
love him.
Okay, you just
Devil's advocate is different than I love
I didn't
him.
realize we had a male guest on the pod playing devil's advocate.
I love arguing. What are you talking about?
No, I'm only joking. I was just making a joke about the fact that never
That
find a woman
this
playing devil's advocate.
Listen, what's really in that statement, right? Where he's
Okay,
like, not everyone's a cool, attractive, socially adept farmer is a compliment to you because this is a guy who spends so much time with his metal, he doesn't actually know how to flirt, and that is his best attempt at flirting. He is calling you a cool, attractive, socially adept farmer. He just doesn't know how to get it out in a better way.
he's literally like, oh, if only
You
women
need to finish up that
recognize.
wine to be able to talk about it.
If only women realized that the nice guys were the ones that actually treated him right. This is full blown nice guy. Like, oh well, like you only get women because you're hot. Some of us are just too nice. And we just can't like handle the women don't like that. Like, this is
He's
what you're
telling
defending.
us this. He's telling me that not everyone's cool, attractive, and social. I'm like, you're right. Not everybody could be me, but you know what? Maybe I can help you out.
But is he asking for help? No, he's not. He is just
He says,
whining.
what's a guy like me supposed to do? That is the moment where I say, well, here's what you do. Let's figure out how we deal with your hand problem, and let's make sure that we get you talking to human beings like a normal person. That's when you
don't
come
know
in and
he
you
actually.
play Hitch.
Okay, another quote to solidify. And at first I was like, we can't
It's an insult.
solidify
He's
his
an
sweaty
insult.
palm. He
He's a sweaty
comes
palm
out and
incel,
says it.
man.
You guys ready? Damn, I'm too old to do anything exciting anymore. All I have to look forward to is years and years of sweaty hot furnace work.
He's the sweatiest man in the world. He's the
Yes.
sweatiest man in the world.
I mean, yeah, if you're
Yes.
by a furnace, you would be the sweatiest man in the world. This is accurate. This is true.
But he's
Yeah.
also not too old to get out there and socialize with people. He is literally every man over 30 on Reddit who's just like, well, I don't know, like I don't have time to date or treat women normally because I just work all the time. But also like they would never go for me because I'm just too nice and they just go for chads that are attractive and have farms. This is this man. This is this man. But with a worse voice.
With a- We don't even know that that's
Hey.
his voice.
That's absolutely his
No.
voice. Brett's played the game for 10 years. You telling Brett she's wrong about her Stardew voice? Like, come on. Come on, Candy. You sound a
What
bit
if
like a Clint over
concerned
here.
ape?
You sound a bit like a Clint over here.
What if
Like-
concerned ape has voices in mind for these characters and it's like totally opposite of that?
Okay, we should ask them and then
We
we
should.
could get them on the pod. And
Yeah.
That was
pretty
last
sure
week's
that-
fantasy guess, yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure they
I
would
chose him as-
agree.
Yep.
What if they don't
Because
agree,
when
though?
I saw the post
We can
of
argue.
them being like,
Well,
this
argue
is
like
what you
this
guys
is not
wanted,
the voice.
it really seemed like it was a troll post. Like-
I think it 100% is.
This is what you guys wanted, right? The sweaty man and the woman who's obsessed with sand. This is what you wanted, right? Like,
Are you not entertained?
Look, I mean,
Um,
here's the biggest problem. The biggest problem, and I think I said this on the last episode, we were talking about Concerned Ape as our guest, right? The biggest problem and the reason that he is the way that he is because this fucking town is so ass backwards and so old-timey and doesn't have modern updates that everyone here kind of sucks, right? And I say everyone here kind of sucks, and I know they don't all like kind of suck or whatever, but they all have fucking trauma, right? As cozy as this game sells itself to be, all of them have trauma. This one is abused. This one's an alcoholic. This one's abandoned by family. Like,
The
all of
one
them.
you want to romance is an incel. We get it. It's
All of
okay for you
no,
to just say it out
Brit,
loud.
Brit, how many of these characters have trauma?
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Even
That's the
even
thing.
Krobus, even Krobus,
Mhm.
you don't marry, you just become roommates with,
Mhm.
which is my usual choice. He too has trauma.
All of these characters have trauma, and it's because they are in a town, Pelican Town, that is so still ass backwards and won't get with the modern times. These people need to be exposed to modern realities to not have these fucking issues, right? And yes,
But
I
they
know
have
that
the
some of these
internet.
issues they don't really. They don't. They don't even have
Clint has
like
the internet. Clint has the internet. What's his excuse?
he
What's his
doesn't have the
excuse?
internet. He doesn't have a computer. That's the
He
whole
does. He
quote.
literally
He
said he was
doesn't.
going to find a girlfriend on the internet,
He
Candy.
no, he says,
So either he
"Do I
has
buy
internet or he
a
doesn't.
computer?" He says, "Do I buy a computer?" By the time this dude they're going to buy a computer and he's still going to be on dial-up. Okay? He's going to try looking at like dirty sites and he's going to have to wait for each pixel to load like people did in the 90s because that's
Well,
how ass backwards this town is.
realistically, that I'm not gonna lie. I think that that's a good thing. Because if you get to the age of like 35 or 40 and you've never seen internet pornography, they should give you it like fucking pixel at a time. Because otherwise it's going to break your brain. Like you can't go straight from zero internet pornography to 2026 internet pornography in one leap. You're gonna die. Like you might have to take a little stop at Broadband Town. Like maybe a little drive in to fanfiction village before you get onto the internet pornography that is 2026 internet pornography. Like you can't be concording your way up from zero pornography to full blown. Oh, is that all of the characters from Overwatch being fucked by a tentacle monster, like in full high def? You can't go to that. You need to build yourself up to that. Like, otherwise, it's going to break your brain. Like,
Gonna break your brain. Mhm.
it is. Like,
That is hysterical. Mm, but
but
no,
yeah,
this
well, if we
town,
get 15 likes on this
oh,
video, we'll all play Stardew together. We won't make Candy play it for 7,000 hours so she can romance her true love Clint. But we will all play it. Because if I'm going to get fucking bullied into playing a game, then someone else is going to get bullied into playing a game. Like
you make it sound like I've
I
never
I
played Stardew before. I have played Stardew before.
I haven't,
I have.
but
There is a clip of me on Twitch literally saying Stardew sucks.
okay, well we're
It
bullying you. You're
exists.
being bullied. I
It
believe in communal
exists.
bullying. If you're going to bully me
At
and
least on the bright
Harry
side, I don't have to
and
buy
all
it
the other
again.
people on the site and
What?
some random people on
Whoa,
Blue
whoa,
Sky that I've
whoa,
never met
whoa,
before,
whoa,
then you get
whoa.
bullied. You get bullied. I'm bullying you right now. I'm physically bullying you
Wait.
like
Did
through
you
the
say I
internet.
bullied Harry or Harry bullied you with this by
No, Harry
helping with
bullied me.
this?
You all bullied
Okay,
me.
okay.
I was
I
being
was about to
bullied.
be like, wait. I was like,
The
wait,
only
I have
person that didn't
not
bully
bullied
me,
Harry.
Brett, because Brett knows that bullying is wrong because she's played a lot of Stardew. Like, but no, everyone else and some random people on Blue Sky were like it'll be fun time to bully her. And well, I'm gonna bully you right back. I'm gonna bully you right back.
I'm gonna make this fucking town embrace Joja Mart. I'm gonna bring them. I'm gonna be the villain who's like, yeah, Joja Mart, yeah, bring this fucking capitalism because these people all fucking suck.
We can stop her
um
from doing that.
I have done a JoJo run. It only takes about a month with 4 people.
A month. Oh my god. Oh, the
In-game
pain.
month.
Yeah, I feel
Mhm.
like yeah. well, suck it.
Oh, oh,
Toxic
Capitalism
Moira.
it takes many
capitalism takes
years
a
to
month.
finish the community center, but it can take 1 month to do the Jojo Mart run.
Yeah, the devil in me says, let's do it. Jojo Mart supremacy. Listen, that is because, you know what? That's because my trauma is living in an old ass town like this where people were racist as fuck, right? And it's like, oh no, we knew how to deal with people like this back in my day. And I'm like, oh, did you? Did you? The
Wait,
town where we
wait,
couldn't even get mail delivery, the town where all
wait.
the internet was slow as shit, the town where people have lived there their whole lives. Yeah, okay. I've lived in Pelican Town, okay? Let me tell y'all, it's not what it's cracked up to be in Stardew, okay?
Wait, are the people in Stardew racist?
Let me look at the cast of Stardew. Let's look. What
It
do
is very white.
mm-hmm. 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 Uh-huh.
Wait, now what? Wait, so now I'm not allowed to bully you because then I'm a racist? I'm confused. Like, I don't think I am a racist, and I'm bullying you because you bullied me first. Like, what?
You're bullying
Wait,
me
you.
into playing Stardew, which is fine. It's just that I know what a town like Stardew or like Pelican
Fine, we
Town
can make
is
it be
like.
the big capitalist town. Like, well, okay. Like,
Like, I know what
goddamn.
I went to high school with these people. I know how they end up with alcohol problems. I know how they end up in abusive
There's
relationships.
nothing
I've
wrong with
seen it.
having an alcohol problem after high school. Now I'm being bullied again. I don't understand why I keep getting bullied. I've done nothing wrong. Like,
You guys should just get along. I'm done.
Candy really out here doing scorched earth for having to play Stardew for 2 hours on a
Listen,
stream. She's like, in
listen,
fact, you're all racist. And actually fuck everyone else, and you've
listen.
all got drinking problems.
Before
And
you even
fuck you.
get into the town, right? Before you even get into the town, this game is triggering. It's like, oh, your grandfather left you this plot of land. I'm like, what grandfather? Because my grandfather was alive and he abandoned my dad, and my grandfather on the other side abandoned my mom, and they were both alive. And you know who didn't have a relationship with grandpa? Me,
Oh
because
wait,
he
no.
wanted nothing to do with us. But yet in this game, my grandfather is going to leave me a plot of land. Rude, rude. Way to trigger me from just the onset of the game.
Wait,
Ew.
no. This is not like my mum's dad died when she was 4. I didn't have a granddad on that side either. And my dad's dad was an alcoholic, and he would have been mad about you making fun of alcoholics. Haha! Like, yeah.
Britt is
He
just
probably
like,
wouldn't
what
have.
did I
To
do?
be honest, he was like, what did I do? I've never owned a fucking farm. What is she talking about? Like, I just went home. I gave my pay packet to your grandmother so she could pay the bills, and then I went to the pub with the rest of it. It was completely fine. Like,
Britt is like, what is happening? Britt is like, I agreed
I
to be
don't know
on this
what's
show. I don't.
happening. I don't know what's happening. I've had a lot of wine. I feel like Candy's only one glass of wine, and like I feel like Candy's being the problem. I feel like Candy's actually being the problem.
She's sober enough to cause a problem.
I am sober enough to cause a problem. You are absolutely correct. Listen, listen. I am going through a very traumatic time in my life. Okay, it is day 6 with no heat and hot water, and now I've had a glass of wine. I am the problem. I have gone from having a problem for a whole week to
Well,
now being like,
that's
I
why
am
you
the
should.
problem.
That's why you should
That
play
is why.
Stardew, because they've got heat there. They've got like electric kettles, probably. I don't know. Like,
That is why you should marry Clint, because he lives in a furnace and he's always sweaty. He
I
could be
will
your little heat
never be
box.
cold. I will never be cold, and I will always have an endless supply of weapons to kill people with.
You will
oh no, I'm okay with
also
that.
you will have an endless supply of water. It's probably warm water too.
From his
Beautiful.
Straight
hands.
straight from his hands.
Beautiful.
You want to take a shower, babe? Just comes out his finger trips. See, talk about
Pressure like
water
that.
pressure. Yeah, the
Yeah.
water pressure is probably not great, but it's warm.
You
I'd say
fancy a
just
shower beer? Here's a beer.
listen,
Here's your shower.
just
Like,
you know what? I don't need him for the shower. Just put it in the bath and it'll be a nice warm bath, and then I'll just sit there with my glass of wine. It's fine.
a nice warm bath that has been
And then
filled up by sweat. Just sweat bath. Just
if you're lucky enough, he'll wear his red trunks in the bath with you.
Wonderful. Listen, red is an eye-popping color. There is a reason that when you look at a McDonald's, it's red. It's because the emotions that it evokes.
A McDonald's is yellow. What the fuck are you talking
It's
about,
red and
bro?
yellow. I will be the yellow.
Yeah.
I will wear something nice, summery yellow, and he can wear red. It's fine.
So if we get 15 likes on this, we'll play Stardew and we'll try and make it less that everyone is being blamed for everyone else's childhood trauma. Like,
No, I do not promise that. There is no way that I
all
promise
right,
it.
fine. Oh, fine.
We'll let you guys
Fine.
choose who we romance. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna talk a
here's what
lot
we'll have to
about
do.
my dad's ex-wife when we play Overwatch. I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
talk so much about it, like, because her name was Moira, and you're a toxic Moira, and I'm
I
gonna
am a
talk so
toxic
much about
Moira.
it. And
I'm
she
such a
didn't believe that
toxic.
man landed on the moon, and you're gonna have such a bad fucking time. Like,
I am a toxic. Here's what I think we do. Any gaming challenge that we do, right? So when it gets to 15 likes, we do it, right?
Mhm.
I say no more than 2 hours, right? Because an
Yeah.
average Girl Pod episode is about 145, 150-ish, right? So 2 hours of the gameplay. If then that gameplay video gets an additional 15 likes, that's when we continue. If we get far
Mhm.
enough with like a Stardew play, that we would have the time to actually romance these characters. Because some of them are like locked behind things, blah, 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 blah. Right?
Hmm. And you can only give 2 gifts a week.
Right. So you're
So
so
you
limited.
can. Hmm. Hmm.
Do I have to
Then
romance anyone, or could I just get dinosaur egg?
You can do what you want.
well, unless
It's
the
your first
audience says you
playthrough.
have to
It's your first
romance someone.
playthrough.
Well, no, the audience is saying nothing. I'm
So
already
far,
playing
they've said nothing.
Overwatch.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
they've
I
said
just
play
get dinosaur egg.
Overwatch.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
doing that. I'm just in Stardew. I just get dinosaur egg, right? Like, cut me a fucking break, man. I've been punching my wall. Like, it's like this entire podcast has been a lot for me emotionally. Most of it very funny. But, like,
You know what? This is why V keeps skipping episodes because we keep doing something that is
that's not true. That's actually
it's
not
not
true at
true.
all.
It's not, but it would be
I was
really
busy.
funny.
She's just been spending her quality time with Clint.
Shit.
No. No.
It would be
No.
really
Baby,
funny though if it was like,
do you want to come
oh,
over?
oh my goodness.
So is the picture for this podcast gonna be
It's Candy
Clint?
romancing Clint. It's Candy romancing Clint.
It's just gonna be like Clint holding like someone's hand, and it's going to be each of our faces.
Yeah.
Like
If
we're gonna
there
just
is
position our face.
if there is an image out there of
If we can get one
Clint
of
with a
like
hand.
Clint
Yeah.
holding someone's hand, and then we can make them also
Oh,
like
I'll make it.
Photoshop it in so that he's holding multiple hands, then it could just be Clint in his like harem.
If it doesn't exist, I will
women.
make it.
Like-
If it
Right,
doesn't
it's like,
exist,
don't
I
you
will
worry.
make it. Don't.
because actually, I do feel like it does need to be now Clint in his harem of the girl pods.
I think so. I think so. Mm-hmm.
And I
Is
just
like,
love
I
it
know
when
what
people
I'm doing this
Photoshop
week.
my face onto things. Like, I love that. I don't even care what it
Mhm.
is. Like, Photoshop my face. No, don't take that out of context. Not that, though. Like, fun things. Like, random little video game clips. Not porn.
Mhm.
Don't Photoshop my face onto porn. Like, everything
Otherwise,
else.
you'll be going. Otherwise, you'll be going back to early '90s,
Yeah.
waiting for it to load. You just see her eyes.
Yeah, you can do it. By the time my eyes have loaded, I'm at your door and I'm killing you, bro. Absolutely not acceptable behavior.
What is it with the sword that Clint has forged for you?
Absolutely not. It'll be with a fucking hammer. This is not acceptable behavior.
It's Monokuma at your door. Hey.
We
Monokuma
brought it back.
will help you
Yeah.
come up with a very intricate killing. Yep.
Yeah. Why do you think that someone might be here to be killed today? Is it because you photoshopped someone's face onto porn? Let's do a fun punishment.
Oh,
Let's
you've
go.
been caught.
Like, ah.
Oh my goodness. Now I feel like
This
now
gets
that
so
we
unhinged.
are it's a very unhinged episode and we are now like threatening people, that's probably a good place to wrap it up.
Well, yeah, but I feel like
Being anyone
people.
specific.
No,
It's
Yet.
just if you do something shitty, we're gonna be shitty right back.
An
It's
hour and
true.
50 minutes ago, I said we should hunt billionaires for a sport. Nothing. Like, but yeah, if you're making like deep fake porn or something like that about people, I will also hunt you for sport, and I think that
Mhm.
that's okay.
I
Like,
think
you
that's
shouldn't do that.
valid.
It's not okay.
100%. I
But
think
also,
that is
yes,
so
we
valid.
should probably before we go any further, we should probably do the same.
Before we go any further and call anybody out, thank you for watching today. Don't forget that you can also catch the weekly news podcast and find our articles over on gamersocialclub.ca. And if you need more gamers to talk with so that you can be social, not to find your girlfriend on the internet, but just to be social so you know how to interact with human beings, you can join the Discord and the link will be in the description. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share this with your gamer friends. Let them know that if they're doing something sketchy, that V will come after them. If they're a Clint lover by nature, have them comment below why they're a Clint lover because I'm just
Yeah,
talking
I
out of
want
my
to know.
ass.
And if
I
you
like
disagree with me and my voice, what do you think Clint sounds like?
Yeah,
Do you
and
think he has
actually,
sweaty hands?
you can join. There's a lot of people in the Gamer Social Club Discord. You might meet your future partner there.
it's
Like, as
true.
long as you're completely normal about it when you're chatting,
Yeah.
it's fine. Like,
They'll just come on the internet and
God. So leave a comment. If you're on Spotify, leave a 5-star review. Let us
please.
know what you think.
Also, go and watch it on the YouTube because it doesn't translate so much.
no. You don't see the zoom ins.
You don't see the zooms. You don't see V holding the wall, but if you want to listen to it on Spotify first, then go back and see these moments, give us double the views. That's cool,
We're fine with
because
that.
don't
We're
forget,
fine with that.
help us get monetized so that way we can sabotage
Get
ourselves and get
demonetized.
demonetized.
Help us get monetized because capitalism will ruin us in a month. Like, much like Stardew.
And this is why we don't record at night, I guess. Anyway,
I
thank you all
guess.
for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.